दोबारा चुनाव सामने आया है और आपको एक नई सरकार चुननी है देश के लिए.
In 1991, India faced another election. 19 months in the opposition seemed to have recharged Rajiv's batteries. With the others pitting Mandal against Mandir, the Congress sensed its chances. With the Bofors inquiries going nowhere, Rajiv was his old affable self. He plunged into the crowds and regained his touch. He believed he was in with a chance to reclaim his lost inheritance.
This time, how many seats will your party win?
Plenty.
As Prime Minister, he had lost contact or communication with the people of this country that he was trying to serve, and he went back on a learning experience, and that showed very clearly. I wouldn't say he was a changed man, because in essence he was always the same Rajiv Gandhi, whether he was out of office or in office or before he was in politics. But in his political instincts, he had sharpened them.
Rajiv Gandhi! Rajiv Gandhi!
21st May 1991. Rajiv addressed a massive election rally in Visakhapatnam. He then flew into Madras for the last leg of his election campaign. At 10:18 p.m. Sri Perumbudur in Tamil Nadu. He moved into the cheering crowd which had been waiting for him. And in the crowd stood an inconspicuous woman wearing glasses, Dhanu. This human bomb, sent by the LTTE, approached Rajiv with a sandalwood garland in her hands. After placing the garland around Rajiv's neck, she bent down to touch his feet, triggering an explosive belt she was wearing.
I'll never forget this sight. It was people falling backwards, like the slow motion unfolding of petals of a flower, you know. My first reaction was somebody set off a cracker to disrupt the meeting. And by the time I got to this point, which is about 20 yards ahead, there were bodies on the ground. So clearly it was not a cracker. So I rushed to the stage because I thought he'd been taken to the stage. And I looked for him there. And I kept asking people, where is Rajiv? And one of them just pointed back to the bodies.
Once again, a nation plunged into despair and uncertainty as the funeral of another member of the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty took center stage. For 40 years, this dynasty had determined India's fate. Now it seemed it was curtains for the first family.
There is video evidence to show that the assassination squad possibly carried out 2 elaborate dress rehearsals weeks before the actual assassination. The first rehearsal took place at the April 18, 1991 Marina Beach rally of Rajiv Gandhi. SIT confirmed that the slightly balding man was none other than Subha Sundaram, 8th accused in the assassination case. More alarmingly, the little figure on the bottom right corner was possibly Shivarasan. The second piece of video evidence handed over to the SIT clearly reveals the presence of Shivarasan at the Nandanam rally of VP Singh on May 8, 1991 in Chennai. Seated a mere 5 to 6 meters away from the dais, wearing his trademark kurta pajama, Shivarasan is posing as a journalist. The mastermind is coolly surveying security arrangements for the former Prime Minister, looking for loopholes he could exploit in deadly fashion 13 days later to assassinate another former Prime Minister. According to experts, Shivarasan is at times signalling to the other members of the assassination squad, Dhanu, Subha, Nalini and Murugan, all of whom were present at the rally. The first arrests in the assassination case came on June 12, 1991. SIT picked up 49-year-old Padma and her son Bhagyanathan, who stayed at Royapeta and provided shelter to Dhanu, the human bomb. They were later let off. On the night of June 14, 1991, Padma's daughter Nalini and Murugan were arrested from the Saidarpet bus stand in Chennai. Nalini had rented a separate room in Vellivakam where Shivarasan, Murugan and Dhanu often visited her. The assassination squad left for Rajiv Gandhi's Sri Perumbadur rally from this very house of Nalini's.
राजीव गांधी उसको मारा है ना, वो आदमी तो और एक लड़के तो और एक काली देशी लड़के वो इधर रात आया था 7:30 के बाद एक बड़ा सा एक बैग लेकर आया था। बैग लेकर
चश्मा पहना था?
हाँ, चश्मा था।
उसका आपने फोटो उसके बाद अखबार में देखा है कहीं?
मैं अभी तो देखता, उसके पहले नहीं देखा।
On June 19, 1991, Robert Pius was arrested from Porur, a suburb of Chennai, and a week later his brother-in-law Jayakumar. A Sri Lankan Tamil, Jayakumar was staying at a rented accommodation in Muttamir Nagar, Kodungayur. It was from this house that the SIT unearthed a Tamil to English dictionary with pages cut out for a pistol, a glass eye possibly of Shivarasan, who frequented this house after the assassination. Arivu Perulibalan, dubbed as the bomb maker, was soon arrested by the SIT. He was the explosives expert in the group other than Shivarasan himself. Arivu was asked to improvise a bomb out of grenades for the suicide mission. Sri Lankan national Sudhindra Rajan was a confidant of Shivarasan and they both grew up in the same town. He was sent to India in February 1990 and is said to have met the late LTTE chief Prabhakaran. He was nabbed in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case in July of 1991. After the assassination, Shivarasan reportedly woke up Sudhindra Rajan at midnight and informed him about the blast. The last of the convicts, Ravichandran, was arrested in January of 1992. Ravi was an active member of the LTTE and had visited Lanka for arms training, where he met the rebel leadership several times. While 7 key players in the detailed assassination plot had been nabbed, Shivarasan, the one-eyed Jack, who masterminded Rajiv Gandhi's killing, remained elusive. What started on the night of May 21st, 1991 at Sri Perumbadur ended 90 days later at the unlikeliest of places, at Konanakunte village in the suburbs of Bengaluru. At 6:10 a.m. on August 18th, 1991, the then Deputy Commissioner of Police of Bengaluru received an innocuous tip-off and the countdown had begun.
6:10 a.m. in the morning, I had vague information as to one Anjanappa from Puttenelli of Bangalore.
A wealthy landlord, Anjanappa had unwittingly rented his house to LTTE sympathizers Mr. and Mrs. Ranganathan, who later in the day would lead the police to the house where the assassination mastermind Shivarasan was hiding.
When our officers reached that place, Ranganath was not there, he had vacated that house. We were under the impression that these people must be connected with LTT activities and that is why they have just vacated this house.
Police arrested Mridula Ranganathan when she tried to flee the second house in Vijayanagar. She literally offered Shivarasan to the police on a platter and volunteered to reveal information if her protection was assured.
Immediately she told that, no, I know that you are searching for a specific person. Those persons are, one is Shivarasan, another is Subha, and etc., she told. They did stay with us for about 12 days in our own house. Only from Friday, they are staying in a different house. In fact, I was staying with them only along with my husband. That's what she told.
On reaching Kunanakunte village, about 20 kilometers from Bengaluru, the DCP stationed plainclothesmen all around Shivarasan's hideout. After posting his men and cordoning off the area around the safe house, Bengaluru DCP Kempaya then informed the Commissioner of Police.
We felt that because of the importance of the case, all the agencies concerned in the case should be involved at the earliest.
Namely?
SIT, CBI and NSG and other operational agencies.
Given the gravity of the case, Bengaluru police informed the NSG and CBI. At this point, the CBI took over and the bungling commenced. Instead of storming the house the minute they received information, the CBI spent the whole of August 18, 1991 making plans. Commandos from the NSG flew down from Chennai, and by the next morning, DS Karthikeyan, head of the investigation team, reached the spot. At this point, an officer from NSG suggested immediate assault, but the CBI decided to wait.
They were camping completely. This room was a full commandos room only, and turn by turn, every half an hour, they used to watch from one person from toilet and another from bathroom.
By late evening that day, more than 500 policemen had surrounded the hideout.
The first line was command was the NSG, second line of command was the local police, third line of command was armed police.
Expectedly, news had spread. By August 19th, the afternoon papers were selling at 5 times the price, and the press had reached the spot. As a sizable crowd looked on, an unrelated incident at about 7:15 in the evening triggered the firing.
Actually, what has happened is the people suspect one lorry came here with a load of this thing, and it got stuck here near that house. So to push, the people went forward. Immediately firing started.
Though the 15 minutes of firing had taken away what little element of surprise was left, the then CBI chief Vijay Karan, who was at the spot, still did not deem it fit to storm the house.
Was the decision taken to hold the operation almost 12 hours later, next day morning? Why wasn't it immediately at 8 o'clock, let's say?
You see, in any case, suppose we decide to storm in at that time. If they are dead, nothing much could have been done. We needed medical supplies, which were expected to come early hours of the morning from Delhi by flight. The medical, especially the antidotes from Gwalior, and it arrived sometime in 4 o'clock.
However, the cyanide antidote was of little use. When NSG commandos stormed the house at 6:10 on Tuesday morning, 48 hours after the first tip-off was received, Shivarasan and Subha had been dead for over 10 hours. 7 bodies, 5 male and 2 female, 1 AK-47 and 1 9mm pistol were recovered. While Subha and the other 5 militants consumed cyanide, Shivarasan had shot himself through his right temple. Interestingly, Shivarasan had been staying in and around Bengaluru for over a fortnight, openly driving a white Maruti Gypsy without disguising himself. As for his hideout in Kunanakunte, it was full of bullet holes, blood stains, broken windows and doors. Over the course of 27 years, all 7 death row convicts have been granted commutation to life imprisonment. Their fate has been hanging on clemency pleas and petitions, and political battles between successive central and Tamil Nadu governments.
ராகுல் காந்தி அவர்கள் அவருடைய தந்தை அவர்கள் தான் நேரடியில் இதை பாதிக்கப்பட்டார். அவரே தற்போது மனம் இறங்கி வந்து இவர்களை விடுதலை செய்வதை பற்றியோ நான் அவர்களை மன்னித்து விட்டேன் என்று சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். ஆகவே இதில் எந்தவித சிக்கலும் இருக்காது என்பது எங்களுடைய நம்பிக்கை.
In this latest attempt, the decision to recommend early release of the convicts was taken at a meeting chaired by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister E. Palaniswamy. The apex court had asked Tamil Nadu governor to consider the mercy petition filed by Arivu Perarivalan. Nalini Sriharan had also forwarded a petition to the Tamil Nadu Home Secretary urging the government to consider her plea.
என்னுடைய கோரிக்கை வந்து அவர் கவர்னர் ஐயா வந்து கருணை கூர்ந்து மனிதநேயத்தோட இவங்க வந்து இத்தனை வருஷம் இருந்திருக்காங்க, 2 ஆயுள் முடிச்சிருக்காங்க. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து கருணை கூர்ந்து மனிதநேயத்தோடு அவங்கள கையெழுத்து போட்டு அனுப்பிச்சி வைக்கணுன்ட்டு நான் வந்து அவரை வந்து வேண்டிக்கிறேன், ரொம்ப கெஞ்சி கேட்குறேன். ஏன்னா என் மக வந்து அவளுடைய மகளுக்கு வந்து கல்யாணம் பண்ணணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்றா. அவள் வந்து இவங்க 2 பேரும் வந்தால் தான் நான் கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்குவேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்கிறா. அந்த ஒரு காரணத்தை வச்சு கூட நீங்கள் அனுப்பிச்சிங்கன்னா அந்த குழந்தைக்கு எதிர்காலத்தை வகுத்து கொடுப்பா. என் பிள்ளைக்கு நான் வந்து அவள் வெளியே வந்தாள்னா எந்த கட்ட பாதைக்கும் போகாமல் நான் உறுதி கூடுறேன்.
Despite seeming opposition from the central government, the political chorus for the release of these convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case is once again the issue in Tamil Nadu.
பேரறிவாளன் உள்ளிட்ட தோழர்களை உச்சநீதிமன்றம் தமிழக அரசின் பரிந்துரையோடு மாநில ஆளுநரிடத்தில் எடுத்துச் சொல்லி அவர்களை விடுதலை செய்யலாம் என்ற அந்த உத்தரவை வழங்கியிருக்கிறது. எனவே உடனடியாக மாநில அரசு அமைச்சரவை கூட்டத்தை கூட்டி மாநில ஆளுநருக்கு பரிந்துரை செய்து பேரறிவாளன் உள்ளிட்ட அவர்களை எல்லாம் உடனடியாக விடுதலை செய்ய வேண்டும்.
While the Dravida parties seem to be on the same page, it is still the Congress, both at the state as well as the national level, that is against showing any leniency or diluting any sentence in the case.
We ask a simple question. Bereft of what the large-hearted Congress President Shrimati Sonia Gandhi or the current Congress President Rahul ji or his sister Priyanka ji have said vis-a-vis having no enmity towards even assassins of Rajiv ji, does the state have a duty to protect terrorists or to punish terrorists?
காங்கிரஸோடு இன்றைக்கு அவர்கள் கூட்டணி வைத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அந்த கூட்டணியில் இருக்கின்ற ஒரு கூட்டணியினுடைய பிரதானமாக கட்சியாக இருக்கின்ற காங்கிரஸோடு இருக்கின்ற நிலையில் இவர் வந்து காங்கிரஸ் நிர்பந்தப்படுத்தி தமிழர்களுடைய தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுடைய ஒட்டுமொத்த உணர்வாக இருக்கின்ற அந்த 7 பேர் விடுதலை குறித்து காங்கிரஸ் மறுபரிசீலனை செய்ய வேண்டும். காங்கிரஸ் இதற்கு தமிழ்நாட்டோடு ஒத்துப்போக வேண்டும் என்ற கருத்தை திரு ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் வலியுறுத்த தயாரா? ஒன்று. இதை வந்து ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பவாதம் என்று தான் நான் வந்து நிச்சயமாக எடுத்துக்கொள்வேன். நிச்சயமாக திமுக இது குறித்து வாய் திறக்கப் போவதில்லை. அவர்கள் அந்த தைரியம் கிடையாது.
The DMK's view on the Rajiv Gandhi assassination, the assassins, the release of the assassins have always been consistent. We have wanted their release, and it is due to the efforts our great leader Dr. Kalaignar. The death sentence of Nalini was commuted to that of life imprisonment, and now Mr. Jaykumar coming and informing that we are doing opportunistic politics is laughable, because the release earlier was opposed by the ADMK party.
The outcome of the case, the LTTE links, the blood of Rajiv Gandhi and 14 others decisively stained Tamil politics for close to 3 decades. And even now, when the question of release is once again playing on Tamil sentiments, no one can ignore that the decision the governor takes will finally be the one that the centre will be most comfortable with.
I don't believe that it is binding on the part of the governor to go by the advice of the state government in this case, but it really remains to be seen which way he is going to go. In any case, it opens up the possibility because the centre itself was resolute in not agreeing to release them. So now at least the ball is in the governor's court. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I still feel that this would be eventually a decision of the centre.
The Tamil Nadu government's recommendation to release the 7 convicts seems to have put a speed breaker on the developing relationship between the AIADMK in the state and the BJP at the centre. The state government claims that it is all for a humanitarian cause. But the centre's decision whether to agree or not will have to take into consideration not just claimed Tamil sentiments, but BJP's much touted nation-first brand of politics. And by those yardsticks decide, after 27 years of guilt, whether those who conspired and participated in an assassination that killed 15 Indians, a former Prime Minister amongst them, can ever be forgiven or not.